Codex entry number 2. Subject Medea. Servant overview. Medea is a 3-star servant of the caster class. She serves the purpose of a single target damage dealer and buff removal tool. Her health and attack are not high, owed to both her 3-star status and caster classification, but she does possess an extremely strong skill in her Rapid Words of the Divine A. This skill allows for her to instantly charge her Noble Phantasm Rule Breaker, which is a single target damage dealing Noble Phantasm that strips buffs from the target and refunds a large portion of Medea's NP gauge. This allows Medea to loop Noble Phantasms basically on her own. As for her other skills, she has a targetable debuff cleanse and a self-healing skill, which while not helping her general game plan, they are situationally useful. Overall, Medea has a niche function, but performs it extremely well and consistently. Codex entry FGO 2-2. Subject Medea. Game plan. Medea is a servant who only really has one objective: hit the enemy with Rule Breaker, her Noble Phantasm. The difference in how you play her comes to when you use Rule Breaker. In lower difficulty, Medea can be a damage-dealing servant looping her NP over and over to deal the damage of a stronger NP over an extended period. While this works well in lower difficulty, even if you get her to do an NP every turn, she just doesn't have the damage in high difficulty to be viable. This is where we find another way to play her in her Noble Phantasms effect. Rule Breaker strips buffs from its target, allowing you to strip invincibilities, evades, damage buffs, and many vital parts of the enemy's power away. And with her being able to achieve multiple NPs in short succession, this makes her vital for getting rid of certain enemies. Codex entry FGO 2-3. Subject Medea. Craft Essences. Medea possesses the ability to charge her NP without help, so at the loss of a second charge via a craft essence, she can bring a Black Grail or other damage buffing craft essences to increase her rather limited damage. But like many servants, she wants to use her Noble Phantasm as much as possible. To this end, Kaleidoscope or other charging essences can be good, though the most effective over long periods is actually One Who Wishes for Salvation. This is due to Medea's NP effect, which refunds her gauge sum based on her NP level. This craft essence makes her NP level 2 higher 4 times, giving her 60% refunds 4 times, combined with an arts card or some friendly servant support, fully charges her NP again. This allows for frequent looping. Codex entry FGO 2-4. Subject Medea. Team composition. For Medea, her place on the team depends on what you want from her. If you plan on using her for her damage, then a support with lots of NP charging abilities would be useful to make sure she always loops fully. 2 supports doing this if you are extremely committed can also work. The other place she can have on a team is to strip enemy buffs. With this role you want her to be self-sufficient, and all your support going into a main damage dealer. So with that in mind, she can really accompany any 2 servants who are strong enough without her help, and she will be able to strip the enemy of buffs once or twice for them. She could also be brought from the back line using the Chaldea combat uniform for more on-demand buff removal.